2 officers for 6 prisoners, it just isn't enough. Especially when the 6 prisoners, they're going to be in civilian clothes, able to wander about a building with no security fences.
It is my decision and my responsibility.
Well, it may well become a union matter. 2 officers out at the centre leaves us another 2 short here.
Mrs. Powell, may I remind you, you can be either acting chief prison officer or union representative, one or the other. Now, I suggest you make your mind up very quickly which one it is to be. All right. Now, if you'll all settle down, I'll let you know who will be going to the attendance centre. Murray, Stokes, Smith, Burns, Birdsworth, Trapp.
Oh, tough luck, Jude.
Oh, well, better luck next time.
I expect all those selected to behave themselves and work very hard to get the centre into shape.
Hey, Lizzie, guess what? The 3 of us got picked. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Lizzie. Everything's going to be okay, honest.
Dor. I just realised Sid's dead. My lovely old Sid is dead. And I'm never gonna see him anymore. Oh. Come on, love. Don't throw in the towel now. You got to fight on your hands with Gordon, right? Let's just concentrate on that. It's not possible, babe. Them lawyers cussed the earth. And with my luck, I couldn't possibly win. Besides, I get nervous in the courts.
Yeah, but this time the law can't touch you. You're not charged with anything.
God, I wish Sid was here. He could help me.
Well, I don't think he'd be too proud of you at the moment. Have a look at you. Giving in without a fight.
Yeah. And remember what Sid said. He said that he didn't want any of us moping around after he was gone.
Up to now, you've been terrific, Lizzie. We all thought you'd cave in when Sid died, but you didn't.
Yeah, he once said I was a very resolute woman.
Well, there you are, then. And this is only round 1 with Gordon.
Yeah, when the bell goes for round 2, you'll come out fighting.
Yeah.
Until then, you've got nothing to worry about.
Except Davo's attendance centre.
You fair dinkum when you said you put me down for it.
Of course we are. Go and have a look at the list if you don't believe us.
Huh.
Anyway, look, I've got a letter to write. I wouldn't mind being left by myself.
Will you come with me? This joint's full of crimson. I get scared.
Dear Gordon, I didn't get a chance to tell you this at our last meeting, but I thought you should know. Remember me telling you about that chap I know who works in the banking business? Nice bloke. He said to tell you that he'd be more than happy to extend that offer to the rest of your family. Apparently, he doesn't like to see a family split up. Anyway, it's worth thinking about. Yours sincerely, B. Smith.
Morning.
I wonder if things are getting to her.
What things? And to who?
The governor, making all the decisions.
Colleen, I don't understand a word you're saying.
Oh, I told you. I caught Paige with a forged memo on the notice board. And I hauled her up to the governor.
And?
Oh, no proof, she said. She made a complete fool out of me.
Well, that sort of thing happens all the time. I'm sure Mrs. Davidson was just trying to be fair.
If there is any doubt, I think she should take the word of the officers, not the prisoners. Otherwise, how are we going to get respect and maintain discipline? Oh, I tell you, Vera had never let a prisoner get the better of her. Completely in control the whole time.
Colleen, we are all different people. Some of us do things differently.
Yes, and who got the best job? Not Jim. They passed him over. And you, well, they promoted you sideways into helping people.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Look, she did get the plum job. The toughest.
Colleen, I didn't ever want to be governor. And Jim's far too important here as deputy. And as for Vera, if you've been watching her that closely, you'll notice she's not the happiest person in the world. I'd think about that before you copy everything she does.
Oh, Mrs. Morris, have you got a minute? What is it? It's about Lizzie and that so-and-so that's trying to take the house away from her.
Well, last time I saw her, she was coping fairly well, considering.
Yeah, well, she is. Well, was. It's starting to get at her a bit now.
In what way?
Oh, getting her down, you know. She's crying, that's all.
Oh, dear. Oh, perhaps I'd better go and see her.
Oh, she's all right at the moment. Doreen and Judy are with her.
Well, what do you want me to do then?
Well, she reckons she hasn't got a chance in court against Gordon.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, even if she does win, the legal costs could be so high she might end up with nothing.
Unfortunately, yes, that can happen.
Well, there's no need for it to happen, and I'm damned if I'm going to let it happen to Lizzie.
Well, how are you going to stop it?
Well, someone has to get it through Gordon's thick head. He has to compromise.
Yes, well, I've tried to make him see reason, however... Yes, have you anything in mind?
Well, I've got a plan, yeah. Are you interested?
I trust it doesn't need violence.
Nothing outside the law.
All right, then. I'm listening.
Well, Gordon's a businessman, right?
Mm-hmm.
G'day, Mac. How you going?
Struth, what are you doing here?
Didn't expect to see me back on the job, sir.
Are you up to working?
Someone's got to turn over $1, mate. Kids still stay hungry. Another man's had a bit of an accident.
Look, I got a brother ruined his back for good doing what you're doing.
Tell that to the 50 customers also screaming to get their jobs finished.
Doctors have got no spare parts for backs, you know.
Get up and back, will you, mate? Doing enough worrying for both of us.
Look, mate, it was just a matter of money.
I'm okay. The back's a bit sore, that's all. Now, let's get on with what we have to do.
Oh, careful, give it to me. You all right?
Don't touch me, mate. Just get an ambulance.
There's clothes on to go up the hills, you know.
Hey, Mouse! How come you didn't wear your pink satin blouse? You know, the one with the lacy cuffs.
Oh, I couldn't, Dor. It's at the dry cleaners.
Oh, but it goes so nicely with your cutaway high heels. Do you like mine?
Oh, very practical, too, for painting walls and climbing ladders.
Hey, why don't you get Bea to set your hair? You never know who you're going to meet out there.
All right, where is Smith? She's holding everyone up.
Oh, she's probably touching up her mascara, Mrs. Powell.
Well, last I saw, she was having a bubble bath.
Yeah.
Governor's taking a risk. I don't trust half these women on the inside, let alone out there.
Oh, I don't think there'll be any trouble. The project means a lot to them.
Escaping means even more. Most of them have tried it more than once already.
Wentworth Detention Centre? Yes, just hold on. She's right here. Meg.
Meg Morris speaking. Oh, awful. Yes, of course, if that's what he wants. I'll be there as soon as I can. Jim, I've got to leave straight away. I'll explain later.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there you are, Smith. The work party's waiting for you in reception, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Davidson. Doreen and Lizzie beat me to the mirror.
All right, then off you go.
Mrs. Davidson. Look, I never expected to be allowed to go to the attendance centre. Thanks very much.
Oh, there's no reason why you shouldn't, Smith. In fact, I'm rather hoping you'll be a good influence on the other women.
Oh, hell, you'll have me in officer's uniform next.
Not quite. Have you thought any more about the conversation we had the other day?
At the Braille machine? Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a crack at it. I hope we have better luck than last time, though.
Yes, well, there may be a little bit of trouble.
Oh, Mrs. Powell's trying to stop it already, is she?
I don't think we should tell the other women about it just yet. There's no sense in building up their hopes at this stage.
Fair enough.
I'm very pleased with Alison Page. When she leaves, I'd like to give someone else the chance of working in reception.
Yeah, well, it's the cut above the laundry, that's for sure.
Would you like to try?
What, me?
Well, I don't see why not. I'm sure you have what it takes.
Well, it's very tempting, I must admit. Nice warm office, cups of coffee all day. But I think I'd scare away the visitors.
Well, it was just a thought.
I'll keep my eye open for someone else for you.
Good. That would be a help.
Okay.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Fletcher.
That's all right. Come on, girls. Over here, please.
I'd like to have a word with you all before you go. If the department gets one complaint about your behavior today, they are likely to cancel the whole project. Now, I know you don't want that. I know you believe it's a worthwhile project, as I do. Be particularly careful of the neighbors. Be polite at all times. You are there to do a job. Don't let anyone distract you. Whether anyone benefits from this attendance centre in the future will depend on your efforts today. Well, good luck. I hope you enjoy yourselves.
All right, girls, you'll all be going in the minibus, which is parked outside the main gate. Now, I've left all the gardening tools at the front gate, so collect it on the way through and put it to the back of the bus, okay? All right, let's go.
Okay, go to them. I want to let me drive.
Mr. Fletcher, do you know where Mrs. Morris has gone?
No, I don't. Why do you want to know?
Well, I'm worried about something.
No, aren't we all?
Well, you do look a sorry sight. You've really done it this time, haven't you? Has the doctor been?
Yeah. He reckons I've probably damaged a couple of discs.
Badly?
Won't know until he sees the x-rays, but I might be on my back for quite a while.
Oh, no. All the luck. You and Alison couldn't have more things go wrong if you tried.
Don't I know it? I've no idea I'm going to feed the kids or keep the house going.
Well, I know the money's a serious problem. But I'm more worried about just looking after the children.
Yeah. Myra Desmond's been great, but she's got her own life. She only comes once a week now.
Well, we'll just have to find someone else, won't we?
How can I do that for Minnie?
Oh, I think you can leave that one with me.
Thanks. I don't know what I'd have done without you. You haven't told Alison?
Of course not. You asked me not to.
She doesn't need any more problems.
Well, whether she needs them or not, she's got them. And as soon as you hear what the damage is, I think you're going to have to tell her.
She nearly had a breakdown last time. And this is worse.
Hey, look at this guy in the white jumper. He's a bit of all right, eh?
Oh, come up a door, and he must be wearing that head for a bit.
Here come two others. Oh, what about the tall one? Do you take him home?
You'd take anything home.
Oh, you're just jealous because you know he fancies me. Hey, g'day, Spunk. What's he doing tonight?
Looks like he's running away from you, Dory.
Oh, well, that does it. I am going to take him home. I reckon he'll be much better than a teddy any old day.
Oh, don't get too carried away. You know you got to share a cell with B and me.
Oh, well, you wouldn't mind sleeping in the corridor, would you, Bea?
Oh, anything for true love, Dory.
Oh, thanks. Hey, hang round. I'm coming back later. I'll show you good time.
Yeah. Scrub out the dunnies at Wentworth.
Yeah, ape like that should be able to cope with being in a cage like ours, shouldn't he?
Yeah. I think you're all picking on me because I'm irresistible to men.
Well, I'll have another talk to Myra Desmond. She may know somebody else from the prison reform group who can help with looking after Chris and Susan.
What if she doesn't?
Well, we'll face that when it happens. Anyway, you may not even need home help. Your x-rays may be perfect.
The way I feel, I'll probably never walk again.
Oh, come on now. It's not like you to be so gloomy.
Well, Mr. Page, how are you feeling?
I feel a lot better when you told me the results of the x-rays.
I'm sorry we haven't met. Are you Mrs. Page?
No, but I'd like her to remain while you tell me the worst. What's the verdict?
Well, Mr. Page, I'm afraid the news isn't good.
So this is it, huh?
Oh, looks older than me.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Thank you very much. You soon find out who your friends are, don't you?
Ah, come on.
Well, I reckon it looks real spooky.
What's the matter, Mr. Fletcher? You having second thoughts?
Well, there's a lot of work to do, that's for sure.
And sitting here isn't going to get any of it done. Come on, girls, sit for a closer look.
Yeah.
If you can distribute those brooms and mops to all and sundry. What do you think you're doing, Trap? Come on out of there.
Well, do I have to, Mr. Fletcher? Or can't I wait here?
No, you can't. You're here to work.
I won't make any trouble. I'll sit here quietly till you all get back.
I don't understand you, Trap. You gave a chance to get out of the prison for a day, and what do you want to do? Sit inside a bus all day? Smith?
Yeah?
Get her out of there, will you?
Hey. What are you doing, Matt? Come on, love.
Is everybody getting out?
Well, there's no one under the seat. We're all out here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course I am. Come on, you'll be safe with us. Come on. Here, make yourself useful.
Look out, Vince.
Hey, Mouse, you scared or something? You've been acting real strange ever since we left the prison. What's up?
Oh, she's been inside too long. You stick close to me, love. You'll be all right.
Oh, I don't know why you're bothering to keep the door locked, Mr. Fletcher. We could have been through the window and made a cup of tea by now.
Yeah, well, the neighbours saw your behinds disappearing through the windows. They'd have the police down on us in no time. Besides, most of you wouldn't fit.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice. Thanks.
charming. If you don't work out that combination soon, we won't have much choice.
Yeah, I thought you'd be real used to opening locks by now, Mr. Fletcher.
Men are so clumsy.
All
I could
right.
do better with a bobby pin.
If it any of the girls from Wentworth, they'd have been in and out by now.
Yeah, with a coloured telly under their arm.
All right, in you go.
You wouldn't be very good at a burglar. You'd be starving.
Oh, look at this place. Woo.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher, do us a favour and leave the door open. It's real spooky in here.
Oh, spooky be damned. Just plain dirty.
Oh, smells a bit musty, doesn't it?
Yeah, what a pigsty.
Look, the first thing I'll do is clean up this rubbish, then we'll wash these walls down.
Yeah, it'll take forever just to clean this lot up.
Oh, for God's sake, Mouse. Look, no one's going to leave you behind now. Will you give me some space?
Sorry. Come on, love. We're going to have another look at the kitchen.
You know, we had a cat just like that once, used to follow you around all the time.
Yeah.
What the hell's the matter with her anyway?
Paige! Paige! Hello? Oh, damn it. Wendy! Oh, come on, where is everybody? Just walk out when you feel like it. Paige! What do you think you're doing?
I just wanted something from my cell, Mrs. Powell.
Then why are you going in there? That's not your cell.
Oh. I was mistaken. They all look the same.
Don't lie to me. You've been around long enough to know your way about by now. Why did you leave reception?
Look, honestly, Mrs. Powell...
Honesty's got nothing to do with it. You've proven yourself to be a thief, that's why you're in here. Are you stealing from the other prisoners now?
No! Oh, please, Mrs. Powell, I only left reception for a minute.
I don't care how long you've been gone. I want to know why. Well, just because you have that special job, it doesn't mean you can wander off whenever you please.
I know that. But I have to see the governor.
First you're getting something out of your cell, now you want to see the governor. Which one is it?
I have to see her, Mrs. Powell.
Why?
I'm worried about my husband. Mrs. Morris had a phone call.
Look, if you want to see the governor, you ask permission.
I tried to. I tried to ask Mr. Fletcher, but he didn't have time.
So you took matters into your own hands?
I had to, Mrs. Powell. I'm awfully sorry.
You will be. Being absent from work without permission means you could be charged.
Oh, no, please. I wasn't
you will
aware.
get back to reception and you will not leave there until you're told.
But I would like...
Move.
How am I expected to fix a meal in this filthy joint?
What meal?
Tomorrow's lunch for us all.
Oh, you bloody idiot, Mouse! God, if you're going to be jumpy, do you mind not doing it with a mop in your hand? I want you to cook lunch for us in here tomorrow, Lizzie.
Yeah, that's what they want, but I couldn't even feed a pig in this place.
Yeah, I bet Sid's place wasn't like this, eh?
God, no. I could have fixed you up roast lamb, roast buds, pumpkin.
Apple pie and cream?
Yeah, candles, serviettes. Oh, Sid would have loved that.
Yeah, but I bet you're used to dirty kitchens, eh? What with cooking for the shearers and everything.
Don't you believe it? I never cooked in a shearing shed kitchen that wasn't spotless.
Yeah?
They were tough men, but they liked their comfort. Nothing but the best. And I took care of that.
You did, huh?
Food I'm talking about.
Doreen,
Yep.
you need it outside.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher, I can't cook lunch in this filth and muck. We'll have to have sandwiches for tomorrow's lunch.
All right, fair enough, but at least clean it up so we can make a cup of tea and we've got somewhere to sit down.
Are you going outside?
Yes, Mouse, but I will be back.
Oh, come on, love. Give us a hand to clean all this up.
Look,
What is it?
fish and chips.
Oh, yesterday's, I'd say. Didn't leave much, did they?
Must have been some old Darrow in here.
Darrows are people like everybody else. Just because they don't own a home of their own.
Oh, I didn't mean anything bad. Bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah. It is a bit funny, isn't it?
If Paige takes one step out of here without permission, I want to know about it. Understood?
Right. Oh, please, Mrs. Powell, can I see the governor?
I'll look into it. In the meantime, you have got work to do here, unless you'd rather scrub toilets.
Mrs. Powell, I've just come from a hospital and I don't want to interfere.
Then please don't. It is against regulations for prisoners to leave their work without permission.
Perhaps she was looking for help of some kind. Or is that against regulations as well?
Mrs. Morris, if you were still an officer here, it would be your business. But as you're not, just leave the discipline to us.
Alison, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. The hospital phoned before.
Oh, I knew something was wrong. That's why I left here, to find Mrs. Davidson.
Don's hurt his back again. It's serious, I'm afraid.
Oh, my God.
He'll be out of action for some months, perhaps even a year. His recovery will depend to some extent on how well he takes care of himself.
I've caused him a terrible time. What about the children?
Don't worry. We'll find someone to look after.
But surely those parole people can see now that my family need me.
Alison, you will be out of here before the parole board could even look at your case.
Couldn't the governor do something?
I know the system. The best thing that you can do for your family is to keep your record clean for the next 2 weeks. All right?
Yes.
I'll come back later and see how you're doing.
It's my children. What's going to happen to my children?
Oh, hello, Meg. Sit down.
Oh, I'd love to, but I just haven't time. I've come to tell you the Pages are in more trouble. Don seriously hurt his back this time and could be laid up for months.
Oh, they are having a hard run.
And I suggest you keep a close eye on Alison. I think she's just had about as much as she can take.
Well, thanks for the warning. You rushing off again?
Yes, I'm just going to have a quick bite of lunch and then I'm going to see Gordon Humphrey.
Oh, about Lizzie in the house.
Yes, I have a proposal to put to him. Well, it came from B. Smith, as a matter of fact.
Well, when she's not causing us trouble, she does have some good ideas. What's the plan?
Look, can I tell you about it later? I really must rush.
Righto. Bye.
You just don't get the message, do you, Paige? Well, I better teach you a lesson you won't forget. Do you know what it means to be up on a charge? It means you lose all of your privileges. And on top of that, you may have extra time to spend in here.
No!
You're going to be sorry you did that for a long time to come. Striking
I didn't.
a prison officer. Well, then you can expect to spend an extra 2 or 3 months in here. In the meantime, why didn't you think about it? In solitary.
No, please.
Get out. No, how serious it is to strike a prison officer?
Terribly sorry,
You
Mrs.
will
Powell.
be. I can promise you that.
It happened before I could stop myself.
Well, this is where you learn to stop yourself.
Oh, no, I won't do it. Oh,
Listen,
please.
Paige. Sooner or later, you're going to do what you're told.
No, no, no. Oh, please.
Here, come on then. How things going out here?
We have a problem.
What?
It lives next door. We are being looked at.
Hey?
Oh, Mrs. Her next door. She's been giving us the once-over.
Yeah, she's a real sticky beak.
Probably thinks she's got lunatics. Or Crim's moving in next door.
Well, you know what to do with nosy Parkers.
No, what?
Give them a taste of their own medicine.
Hey.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
You old bag. Oh, stirring up the neighbours. Mrs. Davidson will never approve.
Yeah, well, it's not her that's being gawked at, is it?
Well, Mrs. Davidson, she's done it again.
Who has done what?
Alison Page has left the office and wandered off without permission.
Oh, is that all?
No, it certainly isn't. When I found her in a cell and asked her what she was doing there, she became violent and she struck me. She's now in solitary, and I want her charged with attacking a prison officer.
Well, I would have to have some more details before deciding what to do. You do realize that Alison has a very difficult home situation. Her husband has seriously injured his back, and there is no one to care for the children. There is no money coming in, and she's trying very hard to get over a recent suicide attempt.
She's having a hard time, so it's okay to
That
hit
is
me.
not what I meant at all. I would never condone violence towards any of my officers, but in this case, the violence is completely out of character. I would rather reprimand than charge her.
When the other prisoners see that they can
Mrs.
hit...
Powell, I know how you feel, but a whole family will suffer if that woman does not get out when she is due. Very well. Get her out of solitary and bring her straight here.
Yes. Oh, all right.
Mr. Humphrey?
Yes, Mrs. Morris. I'm very busy at the moment.
Yes, yes, I am too. But I have a suggestion I think you ought to hear.
Well, if Mrs. Burgess is prepared to settle, I'll listen. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Lizzie has plenty of money to fight the case.
I think I can match it.
And time's no problem. I mean, if it drags on through the courts for years, it's not going to worry her. Now, you're a businessman, Mr. Humphrey. You wouldn't want your investment tied up like that.
All right, what's your suggestion?
Oh, before I forget, I have a letter here from B. Smith. As a matter of fact, the whole idea was hers. What do you say if you have the house as an investment, and in return, Lizzie has the use of it as a non-paying tenant for as long as she lives? Now, she's very fond of that house, proud of it. She'll take good care of it. And when she dies, it goes to you. Well, I think that's a fair arrangement, don't you?
Yes. I'll have to speak to my solicitor.
Of course. I think you'll find you can't lose this way.
It'll have to be in writing.
Yes, yes. Well, Lizzie will want that. Otherwise, it could drag on through the courts for years and years, and you could get nothing. Well, what do you think?
We'll stand to attention in front of the governor.
Relax, Paige. Mrs. Powell reported that you struck her whilst she was reprimanding you for being away from your job. I would like to hear your side of the story.
I was out of the office, it's true. When Mrs. Morris told me about Don's back, I started to cry. I couldn't help it. I thought it would look bad, crying in reception, so I went to my cell. But I was going to go back again when I calmed down.
Go on.
Mrs. Powell found me in there, and she started.
Say what happened.
She yelled at me. She said I'd be charged and I'd have to spend more time in jail.
And?
Well, I got so upset I hit her. I didn't mean to. I'm really terribly sorry. It's the first time I've hit anyone ever.
All right. A report back to reception.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Davidson.
And next time, get permission before you leave.
Yes, I will.
Any objections, Mrs. Powell? No, Mrs. Davidson. That will be all then, thank you.
Thanks. Hey, will you have a look at Mouse? She's really away with the moon.
At least she's not tripping all over my heels.
Oh, I think she's been inside for 20 years. She obviously can't cope with the outside world.
All right, ladies, get the tools together. We're going now.
Oh, did you see that? Faster than Flash Gordon.
And we thought she was half asleep.
Oh, poor kid. She must be worried about something.
Well, what's the hurry, Mouse? Afraid you'll miss dinner. There's still tools to put away, you know.
I don't think she can hear you, Mr. Fletcher. I reckon she's blown a fuse.
You know, a fat lot of good she was anyway. She won't be coming next time.
Wild horses wouldn't drag her here again.
For God's sake, Mouse, what's wrong with you? Why'd you get into the van so quick?
I thought you might go without me.
Go without it. No, I've heard everything.
You're our friend, Mouse. We wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't drive off and leave me?
Of course we wouldn't, love. What makes you think we would?
Someone did once.
Oh, yeah, but they wouldn't be your real friend. Somebody who'd do something like that to you.
Who was it, Mouse?
My mum and dad. I was out with them one time when I was a kid. And they sent me off to get ice cream. When I got back, they'd shot through. It was the last I ever saw of them.
Better watch out, Paige. You'll learn not to make a fool of me in front of the governor.
I only explained what happened.
She may go for your fairy tales, but I certainly don't.
Please. I said I was sorry.
Think you can get out of it that easily? It's simple. You'll soon learn how this place works.
Allison? I heard what Pal said to you.
Oh?
She's got it in for you, huh?
Yes.
Well, if a screw has it in for you, they can be real tough, real pigs.
The governor knew I was telling the truth, but Mrs. Powell thinks I'm trying to get the better of her.
Well, she's had a bee in her bonnet ever since Vera left. She's fancying herself now as the new super heavy.
Yes, but why me?
I know, love. Look, don't let it get you down, huh? You just try and play it cool. And don't worry, I'll talk to the other women. I think it's time that we taught Pal a lesson.
Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, hi, Wendy.
Hello, Doreen. Have a nice day.
Oh, yeah, terrific. You should have come with us. Seen all the good-looking fellas.
Yeah. Yeah, busload full of them.
Yeah, all for me.
Yeah, go and unload them, Doreen. Remember the biggies are mine.
Oh.
Hey, Alison, your old man's a plumber, isn't he?
Yes. My old man's a dustman.
A dustman's hat?
Yeah.
Well, we could have done with him down at the attendance centre today. Hardly any of the taps work.
Yeah, Dunny didn't flush neither.
Sounds a complete waste of a day.
Oh, I don't know. The neighbours found us very entertaining, didn't they?
Okay, that's enough. Right, now I want you all to report to the showers.
Oh, I never thought I'd be pleased to see a Wentworth shower.
I'll race your door.
No, you won't. Now, look, you're back in a prison now. Don't forget it.
This is a prison. I must get off at the wrong bus stop.
Oh, just get to the showers. Oh, Mr. Fletcher, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Yeah, well, right now I'm going to have a rest and put my feet up. Now, if it's urgent, you can find me in the staff room.
How did their day at the attendance centre go, do you know?
That bunch of yahoos, I'd be amazed if any work got done.
Oh, well, the day out probably did them good. How are things, Alison?
Oh, fine, thanks.
Have you heard from Don since I last saw you?
Oh, Did I have trouble with Alison Page while you were out today?
Well, I've had dust, mud, and 6 childish women to contend with. Can you top that?
She was away from reception without permission. When I confronted her, she got violent and hit me.
Page? God, she's more likely to faint than fight.
Jim, she struck me.
All right, then. The governor was in all day. Did you report it to her?
Already seen her.
Well, then why are you telling me?
Well, she took Page's side. Let her off scot-free.
Oh, it's out of my hands. That's her decision.
Not as far as I'm concerned, it isn't. I could have been injured.
Oh, come on. Paige couldn't hit water if she fell out of a boat.
Hitting an officer is normally very serious. What's the matter with you?
Oh, just that I've had a hell of a day, that's all right. All right, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, I want her charged. It's my right as a prison officer.
What, you'd go over the governor's head?
If necessary, yes.
God, you're really throwing your weight around, aren't you? What are you trying to do? Fill Vera's shoes or something?
Well, I could do worse. Well, she believed her way was right. Look at her now, Governor of Barnhurst.
Right, well, we know where you stand, don't we?
Will you support me in my charge against Page?
Quite frankly, I couldn't give a damn one way or the other. But it looks like you're going to go ahead with or without my support.
Lizzie!
Oh, g'day, Mrs. M.
Have I got news for you?
Well, by the smile on your face, it can't be too bad.
I've been to see Gordon. He's agreed to a compromise.
Yeah?
Well, he was a bit suspicious at first, but he came round.
About what?
You can have the house.
Oh, you little ripper!
Now, hold your horses. I haven't finished yet.
Do you mean there's more?
Well, there are conditions.
Yeah?
The house won't actually belong to you, at least not legally.
Not mine.
But you've got free use of it for the term of for as long as you live.
Oh, well, I won't need it any longer than that, will I?
Right. And when you die, it goes to Gordon to do whatever he likes with.
That won't bother me. I can't take it with me.
Right.
No court cases, nothing else?
All settled. Of course, it'll have to go down in writing. You'll sign it, and then Gordon will sign it.
Yeah.
And when your parole comes through, you have a house of your own to go to.
Oh, you fixed it. Thanks a million, Mrs. M.
I must admit, I had a lot of help from Bea. The compromise was her plan.
Good old Bea. I must go and thank her.
All right, you do that.
Oh, you are a good sport, Mrs. M. Sid always said you were tops, and he was never wrong.
Hey, Bea! Door! Bea!
Door! I got the house!
You mean it's been through the courts already?
Who needs courts when you got a mate like Bea? Oh,
Hey,
thank
Sid!
you, love.
Lizzie got Sid's house!
Hey, everybody, I got Sid's house!
So Gordon went today. Well, he's no dummy.
Hey! Oh, Jude, I got the house for the rest of me life.
That's wonderful news, love. I'm so happy.
And when
for
I
you.
chuck in me chips, Gordon can have it.
Yeah, just think of it, Lizzie, your own home.
Oh, yeah, and Sid gave it to me.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
Oh.
Do you believe I happen to have a bottle of homemade hoochie coochie?
Oh, Jude, you beauty!
Now's the time to cork it, huh?
Oh, old sneak, where did you get
Oh,
that?
it was a present from A Block, you know, for Laurie's 21st birthday
Oh,
party.
yeah, the party that never was.
Well, we had our own little shindig. We didn't need to drink.
Oh, this causes for a celebration.
Come on, open it. Open
dear.
me first.
Me.
Good drop, eh, Lizzie?
Oh, just what the doctor ordered.
You could lay a couple of dozen of them away in your cellar of your new house.
Oh, there'll always be a drink in my place for me mates. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Laurie'd be glad we were drinking her birthday bottle.
Yeah, I reckon we should have a toast or two.
Yeah, too right.
And here's the first one to good old Sid.
To Sid.
What are you ladies up to?
Oh, just telling the girls about me house, Mr. Fletcher. I can live in it now. It's all come through.
Yeah, great news, eh, Mr. Fletcher? Mrs. Morris didn't tell you.
I suppose the bottle's full of lemonade.
Yeah, well, it's quite an occasion what Liz's getting out soon. Now she has a house to go to.
Just get rid of the bottle, okay?
Oh, yes, Mr. Fletcher, we will.
Smith, the governor wants to see you.
What for?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to ask her yourself. Officer Hill will take you. Wait for her at the security gate. And remember what I said.
Yeah, straight away, Mr. Fletcher.
Oh, have you ever seen such a decent fella?
Oh, I don't believe it. It must be a trick.
He sounded okay about it.
He could be saving it for another occasion.
Oh, I don't know. It's not as though we do it every night.
But he's never let us keep a bottle before.
Well, he's been strange ever since Vera left, haven't you noticed?
Yeah, maybe he's missing old Vera, do you think?
I doubt it. You better do as he says and get rid of that bottle.
Oh, don't you worry, we will. I promise. Tonight.
Well, what a day. At least Lizzie's got a home to go to. She can stay in that house for as long as she lives, and then it goes to Gordon Humphrey.
Yeah.
You didn't hear a word of what I said, did you?
What?
You're right out of it today. What's going on?
I don't know. It's probably one of those days.
Is that all you can say?
I suppose I'm a bit cheesed off, really.
Come on, people don't get cheesed off for nothing. What caused it?
Oh, that Colleen Powder's really getting on my wick.
Yeah, she's a bit full of herself since her promotion. Why should that bother you?
I don't know. There's not much future in this place, is there?
Oh, snap out of it, Jim. Look, you make your own future. If you just sit around moping around, of course you'll get passed over. If you want to make life better for yourself, you just got to get off your backside and do something about it.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I might just do that. What have I got to lose?
Okay, what's with the mop bucket?
Oh, g'day, Bea, you're back.
Yeah, and if I was Mr. Fletcher, I'd reckon you haven't been doing as you're told.
Yes, we have, Bea. Why do you think Lizzie's got the mop bucket? She put the bottle in there. She's going to carry it out.
Yeah. There's only one problem, though. She can't stand up.
Well, I think I can solve that problem. Come, Elliot!
Oh, what's going on
Not
here?
what's going on, it's what's going out. If we are caught with that bottle, we'll all be in the soup.
Yeah, Operation Mop Out is on the way.
Oh, but you haven't told us what the governor said.
Oh, you'll hear it later. Now, come on, get moving.
But I want to hear the news.
I'm looking to Mr. Fletcher. Well, what's going on here? What are you doing with that mop bucket, Birdsworth?
Just cleaning up a bit, Mrs. Powell.
Oh, and that's not true. She's been mixing up another batch of home brew.
What after the other time? Good, it stunk the place out.
All right, that's enough. What are you ladies so cheerful about?
Oh, just ignore them, Mrs. Powell. They've had a day on the outside. They're all a bit stupid.
Well, if you have finished cleaning, return that bucket where it belongs.
I'm off like a flash of lightning, Mrs. Powell.
Look, if you keep up this nonsense, you'll find yourselves on charges.
I'm off.
The rest of you, clean this up before I get back.
Hey, did you cop the charge sheet under her arm?
Yep.
Wonder who she's got her fangs into.
Oh, you look very cheerful, I must say.
Come on, Lizzie. It's all I can do not to cry.
Oh, what you need's a good laugh.
How can I laugh when my husband's in hospital and I'm stuck in here?
It's not easy, I must admit.
I don't even know what's happening to my children.
Oh, it's criminal how they're treating you in here, but you mustn't let it get you down, love.
I'm already down.
Oh, come on, a big pick-me-up's what you need.
I really don't think so.
Of course you do. You want to get with all your mates and have a good laugh at the whole world.
I've forgotten what that's like.
Oh, well, we'll teach you. You come in after when it's a bit quieter.
Well...
And we'll share a drop of this. Genuine Wentworth, 1981, the best brew in the joint. There's enough in here for a bit of a belly laugh.
You're very kind. But I'm in so much trouble already. If Mrs. Powell...
Oh, don't let her get you down.
Birdsworth! I thought I told you to take this mop and the bucket back to where it belongs.
That's just what I'm gonna do, Mrs. Powell.
Well, do it a little faster.
I most certainly will. Keep your chin up, love.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher, I have that charge for you to sign.
You're going to make yourself very unpopular.
I am already.
Look, what's the matter with you?
That page woman struck me. I want it charged.
You've never gone this far before.
It's written out, Mr. Fletcher. All you have to do is sign it.
Look, for heaven's sake, all I'm saying is give yourself a chance to change your mind.
You said you'd sign it. Thank you. going ahead with the charge against Page, Mrs. Davidson.
I see. You're going over my head, is that it?
I have no other choice.
Of course you do. You could drop the matter.
I believe a prisoner should be charged for striking an officer, no matter what.
It wasn't you who was hurt, was it, Mrs. Powell? It was your pride. Crucifying this woman is not going to achieve anything. I suggest you reconsider the matter and we'll discuss it again in the morning.
I'm charging her, Mrs. Davidson, and that's it.
Oh, I've been trying to call you. I'd like your opinion on this. Despite my request, Mrs. Powell insists on charging Page with striking an officer.
Yes, I know. I countersigned it.
You did? Does that mean you agree with her?
Doesn't seem to matter these days whether I agree or not. I'm fed up with this whole place, Mrs. Davidson. The people, the way the whole system works, everything. In fact, that's why I'm here now. I'm quitting.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. Around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stone, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.